Castle.
Hey guys, the Neil Gaiman thing, it thickens, doesn't it? Because he was very defensive of his casting decision. And in a way, I think it kind of showed how wrong they are to make this casting decision. He said that the endless have any specific human race or form. You've missed something in Sandman. Don't worry, watch the show. And then someone says, Death, the most iconic and beloved characters from Sandman. Her design was pure brilliance in its simplicity, and people love her and how she looks in the comic. As the creator, you knew this. And that is the one design you went, screw all that, with. I hope the money was good. So this person's pissed. And they feel like the money was what made Neil Gaiman just kind of nod along. I doubt it was the money. I think it's something much more powerful than that in terms of social currency. It's called virtue. Neil's getting to signal his virtue in an era of Black Lives Matter to his fellow, left-leaning people, showing that he's down with the Kool-Aid. You no need to look into me or cancel me. Look what I'm doing to these iconic characters I created. Destroying them, essentially. So then Neil says, I always thought that people loved Death for who she was, the person I wrote. I'm astonished to find that for some people, what they thought she was a white woman, and just a white woman. Should I try to do his accent? I always thought people loved Death for who she was. He thought we just liked Death for who she was, which I think is completely disingenuous, and I'll tell you why. Death was created as kind of as based on the iconic look of most goth girls in the 80s. Like, she was created based off in a visual medium. Think about that. Comic books, what draws you in? The cover, the visuals, the thing you see. He knows he's writing for a visual medium. He's not dumb. But he's doing this, I thought you just liked her for what was on the inside. So it's cool that we just changed her completely. Like, he knows she is a goth cultural icon. He knows all this. So now we see that he's full of shit. And I hate to say that about someone like Neil, but it's the truth. He's, I wish voices as powerful as his in literature. He's not what he used to be. I don't know. I'm not up and up on that. But I wish people like him would kind of draw more of a creative line in the sand instead of just rolling along with things that are alienating fans so much. Especially when he's tweeted in the past things that showed us that he did understand how these changes can alienate fans. Death is not white in so much that she's a white woman. She's white in so much that she's Death. This is Death we're talking about. And you guys were just like, yeah, we're gonna make that really challenging for people to understand. When you see a milk white person, you don't think white person, you think dead person. Neil is like, I assure you, she's Death. I promise. The audition, she was Death. You know what you're doing. You threw out a lot of the things a lot of people have loved about Death since forever. She's a goth icon. It's a subculture. It's not like it's that popular, but it would have been really cool, Neil, if you had brought Death into to a new generation of Netflix viewers who've never met her, and brought her the way that people like me fell in love with her back in the day. Because there's a reason she was successful, and yes, her looks were part of it. Not the whole thing. It wasn't just that she was a white woman, and that's what people resonated with. That's not, better than anyone that's not what made Death resonate. You birthed her character from a look that a lot of goth girls went for in the 80s and became iconic of the movement itself, to where all the goth girls I knew had t-shirts with Death. They had the comic books. What about them? What about their fandom? What about their love for the character? It's like you threw all that out with this casting. In the name of what? Trendy politics that are fleeting, that are passing by in the wind of time. We're going to look back on this era in cringe, you guys. We're not going to be proud. You guys aren't saving or helping anyone by making casting choices like this. The black community is not saved because you made Death black. It's not. It's just another actor getting a job. Dust in the wind, man. Anyway, I think we could listen to the fans. We could have reverence for something for once.
Vons Haunted Castle.